Well, am I glad to see you, General. Did you miss me? It's good to be back in the chair again. I've had a lot to catch up on, and I'm afraid to say, so do you. Turns out, Domovoy has been operating from his ancestral castle right in the middle of the European Tempest Zone. I thought his place had been abandoned. Gets hard to breathe outside sometimes. You can't leave without a hazmat suit. But all the electronics are Tempest shielded. There is actually a pocket of low fallout due to the high concentration of Tempest fields. If we didn't know this was here, GDF surely won't. Looks like he'd been preparing this place for a while. Domovoy, what do you make of him? He seems more awake than I was expecting. I don't know, but he led the dynasty right from the start. We would have nothing if not for him. Alex is unhappy with him, and I mean, can you blame him? But I follow Alex, and right now, Alex is taking advice from his father. As for what he's planning, he wants the best for the dynasty, our land, and our Tempest. As far as the rest of the dynasty knows, nothing. He's still broadcasting his messages of assurance back at Dynasty HQ once he got back to his office. Says there has been an attempt on his life, but that he survived it. Blames GDF rats for the attack. You're right. We should get back to it. We've been watching the detonation site for anything. The Tempest has responded to the fallout. A little faster than expected. Battle command uplink initializing. Stand by.
General, are you picking this up? These aggressors came out of nowhere.
Those creatures, whatever they are your enemy, General. But let GDF handle them. GDF acquired vital dynasty research, and I've been holding it here while they attempt to understand it. GDF are deeply entrenched in this region. This is our only chance to take it back. Locate and capture their satellite uplink. We need to know where the research is being kept.
Of course. Out! Airstrikes incoming. GDF are throwing everything they've got at them. As you will. On my way. I'm going. Weapon live. Out! Leave them to me. Yes, General. Of course. Out! As you will. Yes, General. I'm going. On my way. As you will. Of course. Yes, General. Out! I'm going. Yes, General. As you will. Of course. course. On my way. The gift of the Tempest. Out. I'm going. On my way. As you will. Yes, General. Of course. On my way.
Reinforcements have arrived.
These creatures, they must be linked to the Tempest somehow.
Ready. Moving. Making way.
I designed her myself. As you will. I'm going. I'm ready. Yes, General. Out!
Satellite uplink located ahead. Proceed with extreme caution.
Where's the fun in that?
I'm going. Yes, General. As you will. Combat scientist, of course. On my way. Yes, General. Exclusion zone, on me. Of course. As you will. What do we have? Out! I'm going. Yes, General. Discharging. Out! Of course. On my way. As you will. I'm going. Out! Of course. On my way. I am the effect. Yes, General. On my way. Out! Of course. As you will. I'm going. On my way. Calculating vector. Yes, General. Discharging. Unstoppable. Out. Physicists on the field, of course. Yes, General. As you will. Applying heat.
The Dynasty's weapon.
I'm ready. Designed her myself. Combat scientist. Leave him to me. On my way. I'm going. Yes, General. Out! On my way. As you will. Of course. Yes, General. Weapon live. I'm I'm going. Yes, General. Out. Of course. As you will. On my way. Of course. Unstoppable. Leave him to me. My General. As you will. I'm going. Yes, General. Out. Becoming epicenter. Tempest physicist. I designed her myself.
Equipment ready.
Commander here. Making way.
Charged and ready. Yes. Siege weapon ready. Received, General.
Physicists on the field. On my way. Of course. Calculating vector. As you will. Yes, General. I'm going. On my way. Yes, General. As you will. Of course. Out. Of course. Combat scientist. Yes, General. As you will. I'm going. On my way.
We can handle it. War tank ready.
I'm ready. As you will. Discharging. Weapon live. The gift of the Tempest. Out. Discharging. I'm going. Of course. Yes, General.
Ready, General.
What do we have? Leave him to me. I'm going. Weapon live. Of course. Out. My General. As you will. On my way. As you will. Fascinating. The way they harness the Tempest. They are centuries ahead of our current understanding. The dynasty's research must only be scratching the surface. Their biology is alien to me, but I don't think the Tempest is a part of them. Do they even come from the same place? Out! Yes, General. As you will. On my way. Of course. Yes, General. Out! As you will. I'm going. On my way. Out. As you will. Of course. Yes, General.
Unit is under attack.
As you will. Out! I am the effect. Calculating vector. I have eyes on set uplink. Airstrike inbound. I'm going. Unstoppable. Of course. On my way. Discharging. Yes, General. I'm going.
Prime. Secure uplink established. Data transfer initialized. Dynasty technology has been located. Addresses traced. Coordinates incoming.
General, we're looking at a GDF garrison. Comms went dark when this aggressor attacked. Take the garrison and secure the data core. GDF are calling them the Veti. I'm getting data from GDF scopes on their movements and... Complete your mission, General. Dynasty HQ may be next.
I have the payload. On the road.
Combat scientist. Of course. Out. As you will. On my way. Of course. Out. Yes, General. I'm going. On my way. Of course. Out. Yes, General. As you will. I'm going. Out. On my way. Weapon live. Of course. Yes, General.
Standing by for launch.
I'm ready. Of course. I'm going. On my way. my way. Of course. Yes, General.
It's the Dynasty. What are they doing here? GDF left to fight the invader, but they're getting overrun. We're holed up here.
If you can fight, get ready. The Dynasty will not abandon the civilians.
You got it. Get us to safety, and we'll fight for you.
Of course. I am the effect. On my way. Yes, General. Out. As you will. Out. Files transferring. It's all here, but they've been tampering with my research. I have the files, and I've located our weapons research. Sending control codes to your command uplink. The Voltaic tanks is the Dynasty's finest in terms of raw firepower. I think it could use some field testing.
Excellent work, General. Confirm the research reacquired. Your extraction point is a civilian airport. Sending you coordinates now. Fight your way there. Don't let anything stand in your path.
Constructing. Reinforcements have arrived. Construction complete. Construction complete. Constructing. Construction complete.
What do we have? I'm going. Leave them to me.
Construction complete. Training.
Tempest physicist. Yes, General.
Unit ready.
You want that one?
Building captured.
You got it, Command.
Unit ready. Constructing.
Need a light?
Construction complete.
On my way.
Unit ready.
Engineering. The servers need me.
I'm ready.
Sounds good. Tools?
Unit ready. Building captured. Constructing. Construction complete. Constructing. Construction complete. Constructing. Construction complete. Constructing. Construction complete. 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 Constructing. Training. Construction complete. Training.
Sir? Engineering? Yes, sir.
Construction complete. Constructing. Unit ready.
I designed her myself.
Tools ready. I like the look of that. Ready, sir. I really hope this works, Command. Tools ready. You got it, Command. Sir? I like the look of that.
Construction complete. Building captured. Building captured.
Physicists on the field, of course.
Unit ready. Building captured.
On it. Engine running. Let's go. On the lookout. Hitting the road. Affirmative. Acknowledge.
Unit ready. Insufficient funds.
On my way. As you will. Calculating vector.
Ready. Let's go.
My general.
Construction complete. Constructing.
Tempest physicist. I'm going out. As you will. On my way. Of course.
Unit ready.
Out. Of course. As you will.
Construction complete.
I'm going. On my way. Out. Yes, General. As you will. I'm going. Of course.
Unit ready.
As you will. Out. On my way.
Unit ready. Unit ready. Unit ready.
Where shall I put these?
Unit ready.
Missile launcher. Location acquired.
Unit ready.
Out. Of course. I'm going. As you will. On my way. Of course. Out.
Unit ready. Training.
I designed her myself. Yes, General. As you will. I'm going.
Unit ready.
Of course. On my way.
Our base is under attack. Unit ready. Our base is under attack.
What do you need?
Our base is under attack.
What do we have? As you will.
Our base is under attack.
Ready, General.
Unit is under attack. Our base is under attack. Our base is under attack.
Combat scientist.
Visors down!
Our base is under attack. Unit ready.
I have the payload.
on the field. Out! On my way. As you will.
In transit.
Combat scientist. Yes, General. I'm going.
Unit ready.
Of course. As you will. Yes, General. I'm going.
Unit ready.
I have the payload. On my way. Relocating payload. Received, General. Relocating payload. Affirmative.
I designed her myself. Out! Yes, General.
Missile launcher. Where shall I put these? Siege weapon ready. Set them loose! Ready, General. Prep for launch!
Tempest physicist. Weapon live. The gift of the Tempest. I am the effect.
Training.
Of course. Unstoppable. Discharging.
Unit ready.
Leave them to me. Unstoppable. I'm going. Discharging. On my way. The gift of the Tempest. Weapon live. Calculating vector. I am the effect. Weapon live. As you will. Yes, General. Out! I'm going. Of course. On my way. Of course. Leave them to me. Calculating vector. The gift of the Tempest. Discharging. Unstoppable. The gift of the Tempest. Leave them to me. Weapon live. Calculating vector. Yes, General. Discharging. Out. As you will. I'm going. Of course. Yes, General. As you will. Out. On my way. As you will.
Engineering. Acknowledge.
Ready for pickup. On the road.
Training.
Right, man. Roger, Command.
My General. I'm going. Yes, General.
Standing by. Roger, Command.
Unit ready. Unit ready.
I'm ready. Out! Of course. Yes, General. I am the effect.
Unit is under attack.
Discharging. Weapon live. Out. I'm going. On my way.
Training. Training.
Sir?
Unit ready. Training.
What do we have? As you will. I'm going. Out.
Unit ready.
Of course. Yes, General.
Unit ready.
On my way. Yes, General.
Unit ready.
Unstoppable.
Unit ready. Training.
Of course. As you will.
Unit is under attack.
Calculating vector. I am the effect.
Unit ready. Training.
I designed her myself.
Unit ready. Unit is under attack. Unit ready.
Leave them to me. Unstoppable.
Unit ready.
I'm going. Out. As you will. Discharging.
Unit ready.
Ready, sir. The servers need me.
My General.
Unit ready.
I'm going.
Building captured.
The dynasty's finest. Understood. Forging our BS.
Combat scientist, of course. On my way.
Unit is under attack. Unit lost.
Tools ready.
Rifle ready.
Specialist under attack. Unit lost. Specialist under attack.
Sir? Targeting! Fire! Fire!
Caution. Enemy forces possess overwhelming firepower. Do not engage.
Airstrikes incoming. GDF are throwing everything they've got at them.
Unit is under attack.
I'm ready. Leave them to me.
On your command. Engaging enemy. Engaging enemy.
Physicists on the field. I am the effect.
Specialists under attack.
Infantry.
Where shall I put thee? Location set. In transit.
Tempest physicist. Combat scientist. Yes, General.
I have the payload. Heading there now.
The Dynasty's weapon. Making way.
Unit is under attack. Unit.
I'm reading more waves of the enemy approaching fast across the Med. Get your troops out before they take the whole region. Good work, General.